As you can tell from the countdown clock right here, we're about to get started. If you've been here before, then you can just come back when the countdown clock hits 0. But if this is your very first lesson, then I got a couple things I want to talk to you about. All right, so if you weren't here last week, don't worry, you didn't need to be. We're doing a brand new song this week, and if you haven't played piano before, don't worry, we're doing 5 different levels. You can definitely do level 1. You are going to need to click on the PDF button right over there though, download the PDF and print it out because that's all the music for all the different levels. Now, as you'll see in your PDF, in the upper right-hand corner, it tells you what level that page is for. So on level 1, you're going to want to have that level 1 page, and then 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, you can just ignore those. Just stay on level 1 for the entire lesson. You will want to find the chart though that has all of the notes listed out with all the letters on it, because that's what you're going to use in order to play your piano along with me when I'm playing. So if we're playing Mary Had a Little Lamb, the track would go something like this. And as I'm playing it, I'll show you where all the notes are and where all the letters are. Don't worry about that. But then you're going to play along with me when I'm playing the track. Now, after we've done level 1, I'll show you everything you need so you can practice the song throughout the week. Then we're going to level up, and that looks like this. And now you can see we're on level 2, right? So at level 2, then it's going to get a little bit more difficult, but each time the track plays, I want you to just play the track that you're on. So if you're on track 1, if you're on level 1, then each time, you know, we're doing our thing, we're going. Each time we start that, I want you to completely ignore the notes that we're playing, and you just play your level. So you would play. Because that's going to work with, the track's going to work with your level every time we play it, no matter what level we're on. So we move on to level 2, 3, 4, 5. You just stay on the one that you're comfortable with. All right, so all of these lessons are completely interactive. That means we want to hear from you right now. So go ahead and click on the chat button right over there. Put in your name. You don't have to put in a password. And then you'll be talking with all the other students who are logged in right now, as well as some of my assistants who can help you and answer some of your questions. If you've got a question, though, that you don't think they're going to know the answer to, and you want to ask me personally, then type your question in the box below this video, and then you'll get your answer to your question directly from me. Now at the end of level 5, we're going to raffle off some prizes. These prizes change up every single week. If you're the winner of the prize, you need to let us know right away what prize it is that you want so we can send that out to you. You can tell my moderator, you can let us know at mailbag@learnpianolive.com, email us there. You can fill out the contact form and let us know, but just tell us what prize you want so we can get that out to you. If you're not the prize winner, or if you want to know how you can earn more points so you can be the prize winner, then just stay tuned after the lesson and I'll let you know. All right, you've been very patient. That's all I gotta say. It's time for the lesson. I hope you've got your PDF. You're ready to ask some questions. I'm ready to answer them. Let's go. Hello and welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and today it's just you and me, and we're doing some Christmas music today because I know a lot of you like to get started early on Christmas music so you have it all set and prepared and ready when Christmas comes around. So last Christmas when we started doing Christmas songs just a couple weeks before, we got some complaints that there wasn't enough time to learn the songs. So anyway, hopefully this time you'll have enough time to learn the songs. And today, moderating the chat room is the fantastic Gwendolyn Marie. How's it going? Oh, you can't talk. You don't have a mic. All right, the silent Gwendolyn Marie is moderating the chat room, but that's fine. She, I guess, won't need to talk because she's in the chat room chatting with you. And as always, we have our impatient penguin, Kloppel. and he's going to be letting me know when I'm going on too long. Today we have a really long song, so we're going to have to just get through all of this as quick as we can. Let's jump into the PDF. Make sure you either have that open or you have it printed out or something. And here we go. You can see on the very first page that the difficulty for the right hand is going to be a 62, and the difficulty for the left hand is going to be a 68. So these are like medium hard-ish numbers. So let's go ahead and jump in, and we're just going to do the melody part. The first note is going to be right here. As you can see, this note right here is a G. You find a group of 3 black notes, like these 3 right here, or these 3 right here. Take the middle note and then just drag that down 1 note, and you'll land on a G every single time, and that's the first note of the song. So we're going to move on to the next page and see what we have. We actually have 2 pages for this song, so it's super, super long. Here we go. We're going to go hark, that's the first note, and then you're going to go up to that one right there for the. So hark, the. You're going to skip over 2 notes. So just getting that down. Hark the hair. So let's just try that much actually with the track. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Hark the hair. Yeah, just like that. So then after that, we're going to go down 1 note. So we've got hark the hair, and then ald, angels, sing. It's really weird on this page. None of these look like actual words. We got ald and and gels and sigh and so anyway, it's kind of weird, but each of the words has like multiple notes on it. So that's the first line. Hark the herald angels sing. Then we're going to go up here to glory to. Now, it does look like that note and that note are the same because they're both purple. They both say G in them, but they're 2 different Gs. This one on this second line is really high. So that's why it's kind of like towards the top of the box, and you can see this one's like towards the bottom of the box there. So that first one's a low G, the next one's a high G. We're going to play 3 of those, glory to, and then go down 1 note, down 1 note, down 1 note, and up 1 note. And that's glory to the newborn King. Now, good news, the third line right here, peace on earth and mercy mild, is the exact same thing as hark the herald angels sing. So if you know the first line, you already know the third line. Then this one, the next one is where it gets way, way different, and it goes into this other section. As you can see probably just from looking at it, an overview of the page, this one, this line, and this line are going to be the same. So you can just do this line twice and you don't even have to worry about that line. Kind of like what we had with this one and this one. You don't really have to worry about that one once you learn the first one. So we really kind of only have like 4 lines to learn on the first page. But it's still a long song. So let's do God and sinners reconciled. This is a G, but is that higher G? So we need this one right here. That's God and sinner reconciled. Once you get down to this D, it's just step down, step down, step down, step down. So God and sin, then reconciled. There's all straight down. Let's take a look at this. Joyful all ye nations rise. It's going to be that same G, so we're going back to these Gs a lot. In fact, oh my goodness, I didn't even realize this. At the beginning of every single one of these lines is a G. G, 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 and G. Yes, they're all Gs. A low one, then a high one, then a low one, then a high one, then a high one, then a high one. So it looks like they kind of go back and forth for each of the lines, but it's all centered around G. So then we have God and sinner reconciled, joyful all. We're going to go down to C, up to F, and then 2 E's, and then a D. And then just do the exact same thing again, and that will count for join the triumph of the skies. Join the triumph of the skies. And then we have our last page. But first, let's try all of that with the track. Here we go. 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready, go. Hark the herald angels singing, glory to the newborn King. Down to low G on earth and mercy. Up to the high G, God, and then just step down, 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 down. Up to the high G, 3 of them. Ds all in a row. Just started page 2 and Kloppel's already bored. He says this is going to be the last time through. All right, let me show you these notes real quick, and then you get to practice them on the other levels too when Kloppel's not paying attention. So we've got 3 A's in a row. Step down, step down, step down, and then come back up. So we have those 3. They all walk down and come back up. That's going to be the same thing as this right here. So again, we've got that repeating line, and this line right here, almost all of it repeats right here. So you don't really need any of that. It's just going to be this last note that's different. So we're going to go, with angelic hosts proclaim. We're going to go down to a D, Christ is born, and then 2 C's in Bethlehem, and then we're going to play this note right here for hem, that E right there. And then just do the exact same thing again. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn. And then on the very, very last note, play a C. And this is a super, super long song, but I think you can do it with it. Again, you've got like, what is it now, 3 months to practice this song? So you should be able to get it in time for Christmas, but it is super duper long. So let's go ahead and try this, I guess the last time for level 1. 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Part of it, that's fine. Just while we're playing through it, wait for those last notes. That last one's going to be king. It's going to be on a C, like most of our songs ending on a C, and maybe start to work from the end. So we could just play like these last ones right here, newborn king, and just get ready for those newborn king or the newborn king. So just work on the first little chunk of it, and then wait and don't play any notes while we do the middle section, and then we'll jump in at the end with whatever notes you can do there. But anyway, that's the end of level 1, I guess, which is time for us to now go to the Kids Learn Piano Live Theater and watch what happened when Josh and Tristan stumbled upon a piano out in public.
And this is for KidsLearnPianoLive.com.
I'm so proud of you, Chorus. Great job. Let's level up.
Transitioning to level 2. This may be confusing to level 1 students, so please continue to practice the level 1 version, or visit learnpianolive.com/level 2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
All right, so level 2 here, it's time to start using some hand position and start putting all of the notes on the lines and spaces that are called sheet music, and this is what all the pros use to read music. But first, I want to show you your hand position here. Should be your right thumb being on a D, like, just like that, and then your left thumb being on a C, like that. and then just go one finger per note, and that actually covers every single note you need for this song. In fact, you won't even use this pinky down here. So all you need is those fingers right there. You don't even need that one in there, but that'll cover all the notes, and that way you get practice using all of your fingers and stuff. And then, of course, we have the chart here for all of the lines and spaces. You can see that the second line up is a G right there. That's the first line, and that's the second line. So that's 1, 2. We always count the lines from the bottom up. A lot of people want to count from the top down like that. But just so we're all doing the same thing, we're going to count from the bottom up. That's the second line up is going to be a G right there. And that is our first note of the song. So we have a G up to a C. Now, if you're on Clopple Academy level 2 or 3, then you are dealing with these guys right here. This is a flagged eighth, which means it's supposed to be kind of shorter. And if you're on Clopple Academy level 3, then you're dealing with these dots right here, which means this note is a little bit longer, and we already said this note is a little bit shorter. So that's why we have the song that goes, Hark the Herald A. This one right here, Ald, barely gets any time at all. It's an eighth note. This one here is a dotted quarter note. Other than that, we do have something weird towards the end on page 2. This note right here looks exactly like a C, except it says A on the inside of it. And that's because you're used to seeing this ledger line, this little line right here that goes through it, that be on only on C's. But we actually use ledger lines on all kinds of notes. And so if you imagine up here on our chart, if you had, you've got an E, and then you go up one note and you've got an F, and then you go up one note and you've got a G. If you need to go up one note after that, you're out of lines. So we already went from a space to a line to a space, and then now we need a line. So we just make up an extra little line right up there. That's a ledger line. So that next note up would be an A, and that is indeed the note that we're dealing with right here on that guy right there. So that's why those are A's, even though they kind of look like C's if you haven't seen a lot of ledger lines before. And I think that's all we have to worry about. These guys right here, I guess, are eighth notes, and those are the same value, same shortness as the other eighth note that we talked about. So both of those are going to be pretty quick, but these have a bar on them right there. So those are called barred eighths. But enough of the technical details. Let's jump in and play this thing before Clopple jumps in and says we don't have any time. 2, and a 1, 2, ready, go. Hark the herald angels sing, of notes, but let's go ahead and try this thing one more time, and then we're finally going to get to mailbag. Here we go. 2, and a 1, 2, ready, go. Hark the herald angels sing. And then just do that first line again. So those are the same for peace on earth and mercy by God, and then it changes all the way up to that high G. And then do that again, that high G. Now up to that A. And gently proclaim Christ is born. Bethlehem, hark the herald angels sing. There you go. Also, the other nice thing about this sheet music here on level 2 and on up is that it's way easier to see like the repeating parts. So I don't know if this makes any sense, but like from here to there. All of those notes follow the same pattern and shape and colors as all of those notes right there. So it's pretty easy to see which parts there are that repeat. In fact, back here on the other page too, we have like this. We've got, here we go, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, right up to there. You can see it goes from purple to green and then kind of follows that along. And then we have the same exact thing right there. So it's easy to see that that is the section that repeats and that those are the new notes right there. So anyway, take a look for that stuff too, because it shows up just as much, if not more, on the sheet music as it does on level 1. But anyway, it's time for mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
This week is from Call, who says, Dear Tim, and how did the penguin get his name, and how do you say it? So the way you say it is Clopple. Clopple. Yeah. So it sounds like it should start with a C. C-L-O-P-P-L-E. Can you spell that in the chat room for me? Clopple. C-L-O-P-P-L-E is the way that it sounds like it should be spelled. But anyway, the way that we got it, I think, is that you guys came up with the name for him at the beginning, but I think the K and the L and the P and the L that are in there are from Kids Learn Piano Live. So I think it was like started out as an acronym and then it just got a bunch of other vowels and stuff in there. So anyway, I think that's how you got his name. Let's level up.
Transitioning to level 3. This may be confusing to level 1 and 2 students. Please continue to practice your own level or visit learnpianolive.com/level3 to understand how this level works.
All right, so here on level 3, we're going to start adding in a little bit of left hand, which means that all that stuff that we did with the right hand of putting the two hands together and stuff, that's kind of out the window because now we have to worry about spreading them out and playing different notes at the same time. For example, on our very first note, right on Hark, the left hand's supposed to be busy playing a C down here. So we're supposed to be playing C for Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Glory to the newborn King. So all you do is take a look at what's down here. Of course, you've got that chart right up here that's going to tell you all of the bass clef, all of those notes right there. So all the left-hand notes, you've got your chart to see what they are, as well as the notes written in there. But when you're supposed to play them is whenever they're lined up with another note up here. So those are the places to play those notes. The first one's right on Hark, the next one's on Ain, and then Sigh, and then Glow, and then New. So Hark the Herald Angels sing glory to the newborn King. All right, so then you're going to try that if you've never tried that before, and you're going to go, oh my goodness, that is really, really hard. And you are totally right. However, the more you do it, the easier it gets, not only for this song, but for all songs. So if it seems extremely hard, maybe just take on the first couple notes. Don't worry about getting the left hand for the entire thing. Just try to get those first ones. Hark the Herald. Maybe that's all you try if you've never done level 3 before. But anyway, I'm going to go through and actually just play left hand only here, try to call them out while levels 1 and 2 play your thing, and that way we can get an extra time through the song. So I'm going to play left hand only. If you're on level 3, try with me, just left hand. On your mark, get set, and 2, and a 1, 2, ready, go. C, the, Herald, C, then a G, C, 3, 2, the G, C, peace on earth, and birds, my own God, and spread with and then joyful all ye nations rise, triumph of the skies. F to an A, to a D, to a G, to a C, to a G, to a C. F to A, D, then G, and C, and G, and C. Now, usually on like level 3 and 4 and 5, it's important to play the notes in the, like, going up and down where I've told you to. But let me give you a couple examples here. Those notes right there and those notes, they're the same letters, but they're in different spots. I couldn't decide which one sounded better to go with angelic hosts proclaim, or to go with angelic hosts proclaim. The same letters, but I don't know if I like the F down to A or the F up to A. So in this case, on this song, most of the notes you can either go up or down on as long as you keep the letters the same. So let's try this again, only this time I'm going to try to throw in a little bit of right hand too and still turn the page. And really slow, going as fast as I can. All right, so here we go. On your mark, get set, play what you can. And a 1, 2, ready, go. Almost right, all of the right hand and the left hand together, and it is time for us to level up. Here we go.
Transitioning to level 4. This may be unsettling to lower levels. Please continue to practice your own level, or visit learnpianolive.com/level4 for an in-depth explanation on how to conquer this level.
Such a very, very long song. Now, if you have played this song before, you already know it, or if you remember when we did this one, man, it must have been like 70 or 80 lessons ago, and you still know it from that or from your piano teacher or whatever, then this is a great opportunity for you to throw in some extra notes here, because there is a ton here on level 4. So let's jump in here and see what we got. We've got, of course, the chord symbols at the top of each of the sections, and that's going to tell you which additional notes you can add in if you want to not only play what's written here. What's written here is something like so there's a lot of notes right in there, but if you still wanted to add in more of them or different ones, then you could just take a look here and know that that's a C chord all the way through that entire section. So then on the next page, you go, all right, well, this right here is the C chord because it says so right there. And so add in as many C's and E's and G's as you want. So that's the C chord. When it's time for the G chord, this one right here, we can add in as many G's and B's and D's as we want. This is for the D chord right here, the A chord, and the F chord. So anyway, back to the other page. Whenever it's time for those, the G chord, during that section you can add in any of the notes from the G chord and throw in quite a lot of stuff there. So let me just run through these chords here real quick with you. For the C chord, it's C's and E's and G's. So that's as many C's and E's and G's as you want. You don't have to put them in that order. You could go C and E and G, or G and E and C, or G and C and E, or E and G. I think I've gone through all of the different variations of it now. So this, all of this, that's all the C chord. In fact, if you're on Clapple Academy level 4, then you're already doing arpeggios of these things. So you already are looking to find all the C's and E's and G's during the C chord section. So that's all just following along with those chords. So maybe that's all we need to say about that, except we do have a couple weird chords. This one right here, this A chord, does have a D flat or C sharp in it. It's the same thing. If you're on Clapple Academy level 5, you're learning about enharmonic equivalents. So those are D flat and C sharp are enharmonic equivalents, and so you got to watch out for that one, that A chord. And then we got the D minor, and I think, is that it? That is it. We have two A's in there, one right there and one right there. So, having said that, I don't know, let's try playing just the left hand on this thing if you're on level 4. And on your mark, get set, play what you can. If you're on level 1 through 3, just do your thing. 1, 2, ready, go. So that is a lot of left hand, and now we're going to try to go back and add in as much of the right hand as possible now. All right, Clapple, we'll make this the last time through. Here we go. Everybody just doing everything you can. Don't worry about the rest. You got 3 months to practice this thing. I guess that's time for our feature of the day. All right, so this game today is going to be called Mary Had a Little Lamb or Joy to the World. So we have a regular, hopefully you already know that song, and then the song Joy to the World. I'm going to play 2 notes, and there it's either going to be a major second, in which case it should sound like the beginning of, or it's going to be a minor second, in which case it should sound like the beginning of. The way you play this at home is that I'm going to play the 2 notes. I'm going to give you 3 tries at it, and you have to say out loud whether you think it's Mary Had a Little Lamb, or you could also say major second. That's the technical way of identifying that interval. Or you can say Joy to the World, or minor second. It would be the more technical way. So here we go. Here's the first one. Does it sound like Mary Had a Little Lamb or Joy to the World? Here we go. And one more time. Should have sounded like Mary Had a Little Lamb. So that would have been a major second. Let's try another one. Here we go. That should have sounded like Joy to the World. So hopefully you got that one. Let's try 2 more of these things. This next one right here is going to sound like this. Another time. Say it out loud when you know it. Last one. that should have sounded like. Joy to the world, so that was a minor second. Here's our very last one, and one more time. That one should have sounded like. Mary Had a Little Lamb, that was a major second, so hopefully you got 1, 2, all of them. Anyway, great job, way to go. That was our feature of the day.
Transitioning to level 5. This may be terrifying to lower levels. Please continue to practice your own level or visit learnpianolive.com/level5 for training on how to survive this level.
All right, so now we are taking out all of the letters. We're replacing them all with numbers, so it's easier to change keys. So now your right hand would play 5 and 1 and 1. Here are our numbers. What used to be known as C is now number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. So 5, 1, 1, 7, 1, 3, 3, 2 is the beginning of that. And that would sound like this. 5, 1, 1, 7, 1, 3, 3, 2, 5, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3. And then your left hand would play every other note starting on the 1 right there. So that's the 1. And then every other note would be that, and then that, and then that. Of course, you can go to learnpianolive.com/level5 for more details on how to exactly do this, and I'll slow it way down for you. But anyway, you can go like this. So that's just the 1 chord and the 5 chord going back and forth wherever it tells us to right there. The 1 chord and the 5 chord. And so then the nice thing about this is you can change the keys, because if you tried singing along with this thing, like it goes really, really super, super high. So if we play this in a different key, the key of A, this note right here, which is known as an A, now becomes number 1, and the pattern looks a little something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Now we can play, and all the highest notes are going to be up here on that 3 instead of way, 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 way up there. So it's going to be a little bit easier to sing if we play in the key of A. But everybody else in this lesson is playing in the key of C. So let's go back to the key of C. You can practice it in the key of A if you want. The chart is down here for all of those notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the key of A. But let's just go ahead and run through this thing. We do have this one right here, and then this one right here. Yes, and that one right there. So these two are both the same, so I won't worry about that one. But these two chords, major 2, you would go to the 2. That's number 1. That's number 2. You'd play every other note, just like normal, except you're going to take that middle note, and you're going to raise it a half step, just like that, to play a major 2. So that shows up right there. And then the same thing with the 6th chord. If we want to play this one down here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, every other note, just like that, and then raise that middle note by a half step. That's a major 6. So, and that's going to show up in that other place too. So let me just play the chords through with the left hand. You at home, just play whatever version you've been working on. Add in a couple notes if you already know it all the way through with some version. Just add a couple notes of the next level up, and let's try this thing. 2 and a 1, 2, ready, go. 1 chord. Try to play this right hand through and call out the numbers as we go, and I'm also go faster. Here we go. This will be our last time through. On your mark, get set, and play whatever version you can. And a 2, and a 1, 2, ready, good luck. 5, 1, 1, 7, 1, 3, 3, 2, 5, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 5, 1, 1, 7, 1, 3, 3, 2, 5, 2, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5. Here we go, and 5, 5, 5, 1, 4, 3, 3, 2, 5, 5, 5, 1, 4, 3, 3, 2, 6, 6, 6, 5, 2, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, and then 6, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 1. It's close. It's close. Anyway, so that's how you would kind of get through level 5 here, and of course, then you can add in whatever other parts you can split up the notes of the left hand, stuff like that. But anyway, from the videos that you guys have been sending in, it looks like you're already doing a whole lot of that on your own. So I guess it's just time to tell you who won this week's raffle. Let's find out. Wow, Josh and Tristan, you are just winning everything today. The chat winner is Dalton. Way to go, Dalton. Thanks for your participation. Next week, it could be Hey Jude, but there's a lot of stuff on schedule. So maybe we'll do another Christmas song. I don't know. Let us know what you want to do and send us your videos. And if you already know the song, then send it right now. Love it. Bye. Hey, you're still here. Me too. Well, here's what needs to happen next. First of all, click on the survey button. That is probably like right over here. Maybe if you're on the iPad, it's like down here below the video. Anyway, it's right around there. Click on that. Let us know how we did today. And also ask us any questions you might have about this lesson or about any other lesson. You might even be the mailbag winner if you include your name in that. And then after that, you're going to go to the music challenge, which is a button probably right up here, up above the video. And so click on the music challenge. You can come back every single day and fill out the code thing and get your points for doing that. So you got your music challenge thing to do after you do the survey. And then after you've practiced the song up, then go to the one up here that says, right over here probably, student videos. And then take a video of yourself on your phone or your iPad or whatever, and then send us your video. And maybe it could even be the featured video and you get points for doing that. And then if you have any questions, click the contact button that's also up there somewhere. Anyway, I don't know. But click on that. Let us know if you have any questions. And we'll see you back here next week. All right. Thanks for joining us. It was a lot of fun. See ya.